hard not to notice that a new breed of supervillains are attempting to take over the Pride Lands. And yeah, everyone knows about Scar, but we need to talk about the hyenas. First up is Shenzi, the most intelligent of the three. This here is our Shenzi, Curtis Yarvin. And if you don't know his name, that's by design. He's sort of the mastermind behind a lot of the pseudo-intellectual philosophies of the far right. He's a blogger and a software developer who's known for leading a right-wing thought movement called Dark Enlightenment. He's basically challenging the whole idea that democracy is the best way to govern. He feels that the US would best be run by a group of super wealthy dictator types. He believes that liberal philosophies coming from academia and the media need to be stamped out post-haste. Curtis Yarvin's philosophies have become popular with a lot of the super wealthy tech bro types and some leading political figures in the last 10 to 15 years. Oh, and as a fun little bonus, he's kind of a eugenicist who believes that there are intellectual differences between the races. He's a gem. Next up is Banzai. Not quite the intellectual that Shenzi is, but he makes up for it with shrewdness, almost to the point of being downright vicious. This is Peter Thiel. He's taken a lot of Curtis Yarvin's philosophies and put them into practice. Peter Thiel was a buddy of Elon Musk's. They were both involved in founding PayPal back in the day. Peter Thiel is now the head of a data analytics company called Palantir that you're going to start hearing more and more about. Let's just say that there's probably nothing that Palantir doesn't know about you at this point. Palantir has deep ties to national security and law enforcement, and they're getting more and more involved in policing, surveillance, and immigration enforcement. And no one really keeps a check on how they do their work or what they're going to do with the info that they collect. It's basically a two-headed monster of tech and state power. Peter Thiel is a tech billionaire who put millions of dollars behind J.D. Vance's Senate campaign when the guy was about to become a footnote in history. J.D. Vance won his Senate seat in Ohio because of Peter Thiel, and J.D. Vance became the vice presidential nominee because of Peter Thiel's influence. And this is before he'd even served 2 years in the Senate. That is the Curtis Yarvin Dark Enlightenment philosophy at work. Use your wealth to basically bypass the whole democratic process and install the leaders that you think will carry out your capitalist designs. Who needs a middleman? And finally, we have Ed, the puppet, the stooge, bought and paid for. Not really capable of producing much independent thought, but doing his best to carry out the wishes of his smarter and wealthier overseers. This is the guy, in my estimation, that they are pinning their hopes on. J.D. Vance. He's moldable because he was plucked from obscurity and basically given a crown and scepter by these guys. And he's more likely to play the obedient stooge because both his way of thinking and his ability to build wealth both came courtesy of one man. Now, trust me, the web is far wider than this. I'm just giving you a little glimpse into where this is all going if the Lost Boys have their way. If we continue to fall asleep at the wheel, they will get their way. We assume that the system of government that we have here in the U.S. is unshakable, and that is just not the case. Right now, there is a vast conglomerate of very powerful, very shrewd people who think that they know better than you, that are plotting a very targeted, deliberate takeover of our system of governance in the United States. Don't let them do this. Educate yourself, understand their tactics, and let's use every tool at our disposal to drive these hyenas from the Pride Lands for good.